Date nights deserve special fragrances. So in this video today, I will be sharing with you some sexy summer date night fragrances. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In my most recent video, I shared with you some fragrances I am excited to wear for the summer. Well, that was kind of like the daytime version. These are some sexy summer date night fragrances that I plan to be wearing this summer and that I think you should check out too. And when it comes to a date night, I typically go for my deeper, darker scents. However, during the summer, it kind of depends on what I'm doing as to what fragrance I will wear, because I live in a very hot climate. It gets very hot, very humid. And so some fragrances just don't work, especially if I'm gonna be like outside, going to like a rooftop event, or if I'm going to be walking a lot. There are certain fragrances I cannot wear and will not wear. So all of the fragrances I'm gonna share with you today, I think will be appropriate for the summer, even if it is really hot and really humid where you live. And some of them are deep, dark fragrances, but they are not to the point where I feel like they will be suffocating. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance that I have is one that I actually think is pretty versatile, because I think you can wear it day or night, but I am very excited to wear this on a hot date night. So this is Lamar from Kajal. This fragrance is a pineapple fragrance. It's so beautiful. So it's pineapple that is sweet, but not like overly sweet. It's a very grown-up pineapple. And then it kind of has some depth in the background, some woody notes, and what smells like a sort of ambery, musky type base. This scent is absolutely beautiful. I do have a video dedicated to this fragrance, which I will link for you all. But I definitely think this will work really well for a hot summer night. Of course, I wear this during the day and it works perfectly, but I think this is just like really sexy. I think that if you are wearing this, whoever you're with is going to want to move closer and smell you. And when I say move closer, don't get me wrong, this is not a skin scent. I'm just saying that if somebody smells this on you, they're going to want to continue smelling it. That's all I'm saying. So this is beautiful. Definitely check out my review on this fragrance, but I will definitely be wearing this on a date night, especially if I go somewhere where I'm going to be sitting outside. So again, that is Kajal Lamar. So the next fragrance that I have to share is from BDK, and this is Passe Soie. So this fragrance I feel like is appropriate year round, but I really like how it wears during the hotter weather. So I have worn this on a date night and loved it. It is a fruity but also spicy fragrance in my opinion. The main fruit in this fragrance is quince, but I have never smelled quince myself. I have smelled other fragrances that share this note, and so that's how I can determine what quince smells like. But if you've never smelled quince, which I don't think is that popular of a fruit, honestly, I don't think it grows in that many areas. I may be completely wrong, so... But if you never smelled quince, to me, it kind of smells like a pear, but with more body and sweeter, less sharp. I find pear can be sometimes really sharp. Quince to me smells like a very full, round, sweetish pear. Sweetish pear, not Swedish. But anyway, so that's what I smell. And then you have ginger in this fragrance, which I absolutely love. The ginger in this is done to perfection. It's sharp and spicy like ginger can be, but at the same time, it is not imposing. It doesn't take over the scent. And I absolutely love the way the ginger just really helps to differentiate this fragrance. But this is a really beautiful one. Perfect for nights out, especially if you're going to be outside somewhere. I think it will wear really well for you. So again, that is Passe Soie from BDK. The next fragrance that I have is from Armani Privé, and this is Blue Turquoise. So this is my sexy, salty scent. This is a salty vanilla fragrance, but it has some depth to it. There is some incense in this fragrance. There are some woody notes in this fragrance. And I believe there's black pepper in this fragrance, but overall, it really gives some depth to that salty vanilla. It gives it a bit of sexiness, a bit of mystery, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is one that I just cannot get enough of to smell. Again, I can wear this during the daytime, but I think this will work well for a hot summer night. And I actually think this one is formal enough that like if you're just going to dinner or somewhere like that, it will work well for that. It'll also work on a beach bonfire. Like this is gorgeous. Love it. And it's quite unique and it gives me those summertime vibes, but it's still quite sophisticated. So again, that is Blue Turquoise from Armani Privé. So this next fragrance is only for the bold, and I'll tell you why in just a second. This is Nichane Fan Your Flames. Now, the reason I say this is only for the bold is because this has a lot of oomph to it. So the notes that are most prominent in this fragrance are rum, tobacco, and coconut. And all those notes are quite prominent. So if you don't like tobacco, you're not gonna like this. If you don't like rum or boozy fragrances, you're not gonna like this. If you don't like coconut, you may like this because I feel like this coconut is done really well. And I think when a lot of people say they don't like the smell of coconut, they don't like the smell of cheap smelling coconut. This definitely smells like luxurious coconut fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. However, it is pungent. It is in your face. It can be deemed as being a masculine scent. I don't know if this is marketed towards men or if it is unisex. However, on YouTube, I mainly see men talk about this fragrance, but I am a woman and I love it. And it wears well on me. I don't think it's gonna be for everybody. I do think some women will find it too masculine, and that's okay. Like, I'm a woman. I am a girly girl in some ways, but I do like some masculine leaning scents. So I'm okay with that. I think it's quite sexy. It's quite bold. It's quite in your face. I would not wear this on a hot summer day. It's too much. But a hot summer night, it will definitely work. And I can tell you that for sure because I actually have worn this on a hot, muggy, tropical night when I went on vacation last year. I took this with me, got a ton of compliments on it, including from my husband. So I know that it will work in hot weather, even though when you smell it, you may think it's too much. Just try it. Don't go overboard with it. But if you have this fragrance, try it on a hot night. Spray moderately. When I say moderately, let's just say about maybe like 5 sprays or so. Some of y'all will probably think that's overspraying, but I wouldn't go above that. I wouldn't go above about 5 sprays with this type of fragrance because it could get to be overpowering, especially if you're a woman. But it's absolutely gorgeous, unique, sexy, stunning. So again, that is Fan Your Flames from Nichane. I have another fragrance from Nichane, but this one is definitely more on the feminine side. This is 100 Silent Ways. Now, I think this one is unisex as well, and I do know some men wear this, but when I smell this, it smells like womanhood to me. So this is a sweet, fruity scent that smells like there could be like caramel or praline to it, but you also have this like juicy fruitiness to it. And I believe peach is probably the main fruit that I'm smelling from this fragrance, but it's done so well. This smells so good. It is delicious smelling. Definitely can wear this during the daytime too, but I think this works great for a summer night because I find it to be quite sexy. Whenever I wear this, somebody compliments me, usually men, but I've also gotten some compliments from women as well. And this is just one of those scents that I feel like just makes me feel very pretty, very feminine. And I also kind of feel like a tease because this is like sweet, pretty feminine, but it also has something to it that just makes it feel like you have another side to you. You know what I mean? So I love this for date night, especially in hot weather. I think it really shines better in the warmth. And again, that is 100 Silent Ways from Nichane. So this next fragrance, I feel like I have talked about a lot lately, but I still wanted to include it because I honestly feel like it fits into this category so well. So this is Greenwich Village by Bond No. 9. And again, I have done an entire video on this fragrance, so I will link it for you all. But this is sexy in a very quiet sort of way, in my opinion. This to me smells like a sweet, citrus, musky fragrance, which doesn't sound sexy, but it has something about it. There is something about this fragrance that is quite addictive. I have been wearing this probably too much. Like I feel like I've been neglecting some of my other fragrances because when I was testing this out for my review on this, I wore it a lot. And since then I've also worn it, but there is something just so addictive, something so come hither about it. And the way it wears on the skin, for me, it's more of an airy experience, meaning I can smell it, but it's never like too much. I can overspray this, it's never too much. But in the warmth, I feel like I can smell it more. I feel like if I was outside and a breeze hit me and it was hot outside, that this would just be perfection. It just has that airy cloud-like quality to it that to me is quite alluring. And it just smells so good, y'all. It just smells so good. It's been compared to Baccarat, which I kind of talk about in my review video, but I don't agree that they smell alike, but they kind of have some of the same qualities as far as the way that they wear. How some people can't really smell it that much, while others smell it like a ton. It kind of has that going on with it. So if you want to try Greenwich Village, definitely try it on your skin. Don't just try it on paper. You'll need to see how you can smell it and how it smells on you. But overall, I love this. There's just something really sexy about it. It's almost like a skin type of musk in here that it's almost animalic, but not in a way that is off-putting in my opinion. So again, this is Greenwich Village by Bond No. 9. So hopefully the video still looks the same. I just had to switch out my camera battery. So if you see a big change as far as like how close I am to the camera or anything, I apologize. I tried to get it back the same, but I never really know. So anyway, on to next fragrance. So this next fragrance is probably going to be a little bit controversial as far as wearing it during the summer at night, but I'm including it because I think it's going to be perfect for hot date nights. And this is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. So this fragrance is a spicy, jammy, sweet rose fragrance, but it smells like there is oud in this fragrance. There is no oud listed as a note, but to me, it smells like a rose oud combo, but definitely heavier on the rose. And that rose is like a sweet, dripping rose. It's beautiful. I think if you smell Oud Satin Mood by MFK, that this is definitely a sweeter, more feminine version of that. But it's still so well blended like Oud Satin Mood is. This is gorgeous in my opinion. And the reason that I included it for this sexy summer date night is I don't wear this during the day in the summer unless I'm just going to be like at work or something like that where I'm going to be in cold air all day. But generally, this is not something I would wear during the day. However, at night, I think it's perfect because it's not too heavy. It's still quite feminine in my opinion, but it definitely has a little bit of punch to it. And if you're out in the heat, you can take a little bit of punch. You maybe don't want too much because it can get to be overpowering. I don't think this fragrance ever goes the overpowering route. It's gorgeous though. It is spicy, it's sweet, it is deep without being too deep, and I think it will work well for a hot summer night. I think this is the type of fragrance I would want to wear to a more like formal date night, like at a very nice restaurant, or if I was going to some sort of event where I really wanted to stand out. I think this would be perfect for that type of occasion, and it wouldn't be overwhelming on the nose. So again, that is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper by Kayali. The next fragrance that I have is another one from Armani Privé, and this is Blue Lazuli. So this fragrance is interesting to me. Not a lot of people seem to talk about this. I don't think this is the favorite in the YouTube fragrance community, but I happen to really love this fragrance. It is a tobacco and honey scent, but it's not thick. It's not overwhelming. There's something kind of airy about this that I feel like it works really well in the summertime. Now, I will wear this during the day in the summer, but I think it's probably better suited for night because I feel like with honey and fragrances, sometimes it can be kind of hit or miss. And for some people, honey smells too thick to wear it during the day. So at nighttime, I think this is perfect. It's spicy, but not too much so. It is sweet, but not too much so. And it's just absolutely beautiful. It's quite unique. And I know I said honey tobacco. I mean, there's a lot of those combinations out there, but there's something special about this one that I thoroughly enjoy. So again, that is Blue Lazuli by Armani Privé. The next fragrance that I have is from the House of Sillage, and this is Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Edition. Now, this fragrance was sent to me a while ago, but I always like to disclose that just to be completely transparent. But anyway, I love this fragrance, and this is a vanilla fragrance, but it has some fruitiness to it. So to me, it smells kind of like a juicy vanilla, but the vanilla still smells like grown-up vanilla, not like cupcake vanilla. To me, it's more of a like bourbon vanilla. To me is what it smells like. This is gorgeous. And I know when we think about vanilla scents, we typically reserve those for colder weather. But to me, the fruitiness in this one helps it be more year-round appropriate. And I think for a summer date night, it would be absolutely stunning because it's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous fragrance. It's sweet. It's alluring. If you like your sweet scents, I think you would love this fragrance. especially if you're a vanilla lover. But it's not too heavy. It's not overpowering. It's not cloying. It's done with just enough sweetness, in my opinion. Now, I will go ahead and mention this because I know somebody's going to ask in the comments. I don't know if this is the same as the original Wonder Woman that came out, the one with the pretty like red, green, pink bottle. I don't know. I don't know if they're the same. I have heard that they are the same. They seem to have the same notes, but I've never smelled that fragrance, so I cannot be sure. But this version that I have is the one that is currently available, and I absolutely love it. It's stunning. And yeah, you should definitely try to get your nose on this if you're able to. Again, that is Wonder Woman from the House of Sillage. The last fragrance that I have to share with you is from Xerjoff, and this is Ouverture. Now, this fragrance, I feel like kind of had to grow on me. I mean, I immediately liked it when I smelled it, but I never really wore it. I didn't really give it much of a chance. And then when I started wearing it, I fell in love, and I think this will work really well for hot summer nights. So to me, if I had to quickly describe this fragrance, to me it smells like a spicy, boozy fig fragrance. So the fig in this fragrance is definitely probably the most prominent fruit in this fragrance. It is the type of fig that I think kind of can smell like coconut in some instances. I feel like fig is one of those funny notes in fragrance that it's hard for me to describe, and I think it smells different just based on the fragrance. But to me, this one kind of smells kind of coconutty fig, and yeah, it's really beautiful. This fragrance is also spicy, and I feel like there is some sort of boozy note in this fragrance. I don't know if there is, but that's what it smells like to me. It also almost smells like there could be a plum note in this. And to me, plum is one of those fruits that can kind of smell boozy. So I don't know if plum is in here or what, but that's what it smells like to me. That was kind of a jumble of things. But this one to me is one of the harder fragrances for me to explain. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think the fact that the fig is in this fragrance that kind of smells coconutty, I think it definitely makes it summer appropriate, but for nighttime, because this is a heavier fragrance, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really unique, and it smells quite sexy in my opinion. So again, that is Ouverture by Xerjoff. So those were some sexy summer fragrances that I will be pulling for on some of my upcoming date nights this summer. Let me know in the comments below, what is a sexy summer date night fragrance that you plan on wearing, especially if you think that is something kind of unique. Let us know that in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Also, if you have not already followed me on Instagram, go ahead and do that now. Let's be friends over there. I always like to talk to you guys in the DMs, and I'm always in my Instagram stories, so definitely check me out over there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.